Hi, leaders. I wanted to give something a little bit different, just a way that we could all be prepared for our small groups. I'm going to give you, as quick as I can, encapsulation of what I'm writing for our small group discussion. And hopefully you'll take some time to just watch this and be prepared whenever we go into discussion and have some ideas of what to share for yourself. But this Sunday we're talking about love, specifically romantic love. My wife Rachel and I are going to work together to present some things to the kids on what it means to truly act in love. But for our small group, we're going to go to something a little bit more specific. So if you think back to our 5 levels of, or 5 steps of discussion, number 1 is just what are their experiences, or what is it that they see? And the question we're asking them is, what do you look at when you see a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship in your school? What do you think the purpose of that relationship is? So purpose is the key word, and I think you could get us some really interesting responses. Some could be funny. What is the purpose of a boyfriend or girlfriend relationship in school? I don't know. Maybe it's to have someone that makes you feel important or cool. Maybe it's to find someone that you really want to give significant time to. Maybe it's just to have a make-out partner. I don't know what it is. I'm sure the answers could be all kinds of things. But on the second question, it's then to go back to those responses and say, out of the things we named as possible purposes for a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, which of those things seem like good reasons to have a relationship? And then next to it, which of those seem like wrong reasons, especially as Christians, to have a relationship? I don't think, especially in high school, that our purpose for relationships should just be for physical affection. Nor should they be just to make us feel better about ourselves. But you can allow the kids to kind of join in and help you discern that in discussion. Then we go to what the Bible says, and we're going to go to a really interesting passage. We're going to go to 1 Timothy chapter 4. In 1 Timothy 4, we have Paul, an older gentleman, talking to Timothy, a younger gentleman. Now, what Paul is telling Timothy at the beginning is that the church is going to face all these difficult times in the future, specifically because people are going to be teaching things that are not true. Paul lists some of them. They're really not that important to our discussion. But then after that, Paul tells Timothy, now you go and preach the truth. And he says, the truth is this, that godliness is a type of life worth living. That godliness is something we strive for, just like going to the gym to get in better shape. But Paul says it's better than that because it's not just about getting our bodies in shape, it's good for all parts of our life. Now I have some specific questions for our youth that I'd like you to bring up with that. The first question is this, what does it really mean to be godly? I don't know if our youth ever really think of that idea. So we want to bring that to them to see if they understand. But then the next thing about it is, are you excited about being godly? Is it something that really gets you excited? I just want them to be honest. It could be yes or no. But it's a good challenge to offer. Are you excited to be godly? Because Paul says we should be. He says, if we serve a living God, a God who is real and working in the world, a God who is all-powerful and all-loving, then we should want to be like that God. And that's what it means to be godly. Now, what does this have to do with love? So I think this is where we want to get to the last part, our 5th part, our response. So we've encouraged our youth to think about what it means to be godly and what it looks like to love in their world, in high school. Now we want to pull it all together with what Paul's saying. And I think Paul says a really powerful word. He says, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Now we could fill that with anything. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are a girl. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're a boy, or a jock, or a nerd, or a video gamer, or a goody two-shoes, or a straight-A student, or someone who's quiet, whatever we want to fill in there. Don't let anyone look down on you, but be an example in godliness, in what you say, what you do, and how you act. And Paul even uses these words, in what you love. So I think that if we pull this all together, we can see what the world says is the reason to go into a relationship. We can think about whether those are good or bad, but then we can be challenged to actually live it out. Don't let anyone look down on us because we are fill in the blank, but rather let us set an example for our fellow believers, but for the whole world, of what it means to be people who love. Specifically, maybe people who are in romantic relationships with boyfriends and girlfriends. Hope that helps you. Let me know when I see you later on in the week if this was a nice thing to give you a brush up. Love you all. See you on Sunday. Bye.